Hello everybody, welcome to another video, and today we're doing something a little bit different. It's a weekend and I'm in desperate need of a reset. We are in the western mountains of North Carolina, and last weekend Hurricane Helene came through. Thankfully we didn't suffer a lot of damage at all in our valley. We were kind of protected by the mountains surrounding us, unlike places literally within a 32-hour drive away from us. So with all that though, this past week work has been insane. Trying to get groceries, trying to get gas has been really crazy. My house has been a complete wreck. I've dealt with multiple migraines, and so I just need a reset day. So it's the weekend. I'm going to have that reset. I'm gonna clean the house. I'm gonna create my list for groceries that I need to run tomorrow. I'm gonna take my dogs out because they've been cooped up with the crazy schedule and crazy weather. And we have sunshine, so I'm gonna take them out. And we're gonna go run and play and be goobers because they're goobers and I need them to be exhausted while I clean the house. So come along with me for this reset. You got your toy? Yeah, handsome. I know, you're so excited to play. Come on. Come here. Hi, baby. Ah. Good job. You tired now? Yeah. Okay, it is significantly later, a couple hours later from the first kind of introduction shot that I did. I've done a few things cleaning around the house, just kind of picking up like the master bedroom, putting the sheets back on the guest bed, and I still have a few things that I need to do, and I don't want to forget anything, so I'm going to be my normal self. Put everything in a list. This is going to come up more later in the video, but I did want to go ahead and just take a minute. There's a couple different things that I needed to still do. I need to vacuum. I need to finish cleaning up the kitchen, including like emptying the sink, running the dishwasher, finish laundry, folding. I've on the last load washed right now. Second load is in the dryer. First load is already folded, so total of 3 loads today, which is great, but getting through that system. And I'm itching to organize things. My office is in disarray again on some things, and so I need to go through that and just kind of organize stuff. So I'm going to create myself a list of things that I need to do, that way I can add it, and it feels very exciting when I'm able to check things off my list. So I'm going to go ahead and add like, hey, you know, I've already made the bed in the guest bedroom, that's checked off. I've, needed to clean the bathrooms. I need to make sure I have that on that list, otherwise I'm going to forget it. And I hate cleaning bathrooms because it used to be my chore growing up, and so I hate it. But I love having a clean bathroom, so catch 22. Anyways, I'm going to work on that, and we'll be back. Okay, in true me fashion, nothing goes to plan, but I'm back, I'm here. And I say back because it's the next day. So, still in the same weekend. I got all of my chores done that I needed to get done yesterday, and I was able to go and get the groceries that I needed today, including 2 of the things that I need to do to get something done. I kind of had an epiphany a little bit ago. I always kept wondering like why it was that when I was in school and was consistently doing art classes, I felt a lot more inspired. Even though I had classes that I had to do projects for specifically, and even though I was spending a lot of time in classes for like other subjects, I constantly had a flow of inspiration. And it kind of hit me that I was also getting poured into with that flow of inspiration. So even though there were times it was frustrating when I had to do an assignment for a class and the juices weren't flowing, but I had to get it done because I had an art assignment. I also had assignments where I was studying art pieces that are famous art pieces. I was studying different artists and learning about their technique, and I was also purposefully practicing different mediums. And I think that helped me a lot, having that and kind of pushing that. So I'm wanting to do something a little bit different. I have always loved watching the people who can do bullet journaling. If you don't know what it is, it's a whole field. Go YouTube it. I've never been able to do it. I've never been able to stick with it. I've tried and started probably at least 3 or 4 and I've never stuck with it. But I'm wanting to do something a little bit different. Rather than it being a bullet journal of just my life, I'm wanting to try and kind of focus it of being more of intentional with art. So going on art adventures, doing art studies, learning about different artists and noting it down in this book so that I can hopefully be a little bit more consistent with the inspiration that I'm pouring in. And that way, filling up the cup so that then it overflows and I can see that in my art. So that being said, I've kind of mapped out something that I'm working on. I'm going to record a couple different things that I'm doing here, but we're going to see how this goes. It may not work. I may not stick with it, but I'm definitely going to try. Okay, and this is Editing Lydia. Looking back at this, what I'm doing right now, I had a whole intention of using the notebook that I'm actively drawing in this video for this artist bullet journal, but the pen, the markers, everything was bleeding through and it was really driving me nuts. So in these next couple clips, I'm showing you kind of my process of this drawing, and I really loved how this drawing turned out, so I just decided to cut this page out and post it in the sketchbook that I end up using. And I end up using a traditional sketchbook just because the paper, it's for mixed media, and so the paper is a little bit more durable for using markers and pens and whatnot for it not to bleed through, so that I can draw and write on both sides for things. So you're going to kind of see that process as we go across, but I'm using my Arteza alcohol markers here. I absolutely love these markers. I've used them before in some of my videos, but just really kind of going for it, seeing how the colors come across and what I like for this cover page for October. Okay, and now to discuss just a few different pages that I'm currently using for this bullet journal, and things are going to kind of flex and change. I think that was one of the things I struggled in the past, was trying to really have every single page planned out in advance and having it stick for the rest of the month, and that never really worked, if I'm being completely honest. So kind of working through some of these. One of them is on the other side of the month's cover page. I have a month at a glance, just so that I kind of know big events that are coming up. And then I have my featured artist page, and my featured artist page, my goal is to do that every month. So every month have a new artist that I'm going to focus on. The first one I focus on, you'll see at the end, is Velasquez. And so in that, I have a little spot for me to kind of do my little doodle sketch of what the artist looks like, and a little kind of snapshot of a painting, a little drawing that I'm going to do of a painting or art piece from that artist, and that way I can really focus on studying from them. Then I also have the bucket list. The bucket list for the month, that is going to be different things that I want to do art-wise. So one of them is like gouache landscape painting, etc., things of that sort, as well as a spot for me to put ideas, things that I want to try for the business that I'm hopefully, growing in, as well as any struggles I come across. I'm also going to have a spot for a monthly adventure. That monthly adventure can be really anything. It can be art related, as in going to an art festival, or it can be going on a trip for a weekend or something, but I'm going to really have that moment to capture that adventure. Then here I'm going to have that color of the month, and that color of the month, I really want to analyze it, both what different things are of that color as well as the emotions it invokes. And then I also have a spot for weekly big tasks, so groceries, chores, etc., things like that. And then I'll also have my week at a glance, just so I kind of know a little bit more specifically what I want to do each day. And something that I want to try and strive for is that every week I want to do an art study. So I want to study a specific art piece, and I also want to capture a favorite moment from that week. So those are just right now some of the spreads that I'm focusing on, and we'll kind of see how that flexes and changes, but I'm really excited to see where this goes.